We are back with episode 4, everyone.
Oh, man.
Is that our new intro? We just say we're back with episode number.
We're so back.
I thought for sure that you were going to say, look at us, huh? Because I think we hit that 3 episodes in a row.
Who would have thought we'd be this far? And here we are. I think that's how it led episode 1 through 3. Yeah, we got to work on that intro. It's really me. I just say we're back. I don't know what else to say.
Hey.
We're back a little bit because we took last week off. We filmed 2 the week before because I was in Vegas. Good time there. But, you know, this kind of feels weird being back in the quote unquote studio.
How many times are you going to go to Vegas in the next month?
Well, I leave Saturday. We're filming this Thursday night. So I leave in 2 days and then I get back Wednesday and then we leave again Monday. So 3 times in 3 weeks. This podcast recording schedule is getting a little bit difficult with my trips to Vegas.
Yeah, tone it down.
Yeah, you're telling me.
It's the Sin City, man. It's hard to stay away from. Vegas was fun though, man. We stayed on the Strip for 2 days, and we stayed downtown for 2 days. And I swear to God, we gambled for like 83 hours straight. We literally would wake up at 11, go to Dunkin' Donuts, get a coffee and a donut, eat that really quickly, gamble till 3 a.m.
Didn't lose any money or what?
No, I'm down. Probably.
Never mind.
I'm down. No, I'm down like 500, but like that's a good weekend in
You
Vegas.
Made out way better than I did when I went.
But I went so you were down more than that?
Lots.
But I went and I always set like a set amount of how much I'm willing to lose per day. And I didn't lose that much. But the first thing I did just to get the adrenaline flowing, I went and put 250 on black. And it hit. It banked.
Oh.
Rake those chips. And she was like, the dealer lady, I don't know if they're called dealers when they're at the roulette table, but she set the chips down and she was counting out like the big stacks. I was like, no, just give me the big chips, 2 blacks and give me a 50 chip. Set it on there, hit it, acted like it wasn't my first rodeo, raked it and left. I lost it that night, but it's good to start up 250.
Feels good. Up often and early.
Yeah.
Early
and then
and often.
That too.
I hit 3 more roulette for 100.
That's
one more
not
on
terrible.
black, one more on black on the Strip, and then downtown for 2. There was like the one downtown, there was 7 reds in a row. And I walked past the table and I'm like 100 on black right now.
Oof.
And she was like looking at me. She was like pissed that I put my chip in. I was like, give me a chip. I'm putting it on black. 33 black. I was like, thank you. Thanks for the $200. I'm out of here. It was a good time though. Yeah, by the last day, I was sick of it for sure.
Well, you only got like 10 more days in the next 2 weeks, so.
Yeah, but they're different trips, you know. I went with my dad, so that was kind of a gambling trip. Now I'm going with my family, which is kind of more of like a relaxation pool type trip. And then friends are going, so that might be more of like a party, drink, club type trip. Or gambling. I mean, you might get into some gambling, some dabbling.
Yep. Yeah, we are.
I want to teach you guys craps, man. Craps is so fun.
I got to get over to your house and get on the table your dad made.
I'm going to bring it over here.
Oh my goodness.
Deal.
I'm going to bring it over here. Actually, I know somebody that has a craps table. And I'm going to ask him if we can borrow it for like one night and then just have everyone over here and learn. But I actually got a crazy crap story. There's this guy playing at the craps table and he's playing $25. Like he is throwing, so the minimum was $10 table. So the pass line's $10. This is probably over your head, but $10 minimum bet. And he was playing 25s, 25. And he had been playing box cars, which is 2 6s for you guys that have never seen a pair of dice. And if you have, that's crazy. Or if you haven't, that's crazy. He was playing $25 on box cars. And if it hits, it's 31 to 1. So $1 pays 30. So $25 is $750. So he hits it when the guy to my right's shooting for 750 and he's jumping up and down screaming, big guy with a big old burly beard, right? And he hits it and then I'm shooting and I 10 shoots in a row or 10 rolls in a row or whatever. He's betting $25 on it. The 11th one, I pick up the dice and I'm ready to throw him. He throws in 50 and he goes box cars. And as they land on the table and he says that, I pick up the dice and throw them. And the guy, as the dice are in the air, the pit boss goes, no bet. That bet doesn't count. Bing, 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 bing. 6 box cars. No. $1,500 I would have won him. And the pit boss goes, nope, no bet. Sorry, sir. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? I've been playing it every fucking hand.
Unlucky.
Yeah. So he said, pull all my chips off the table. I'm fucking cashing out. He said, I'll go play my money at a different casino. And I was like, oh my God. But yeah, he cashed out. He cashed out over 1,000 and it was crazy.
So he just called it because the throw was already.
He was so pissed because it would have been $1,500. He had $50 on boxcars.
Yeah, but why'd he call it?
Because he said he threw in his bet too late. But he had been doing it every single time and they allowed it. And then he finally threw in 50 and the guy's like, no bet. I thought he was going to freaking pick him up
I would stab somebody.
like Darth Vader from across the table. For those of you listening, I'm doing the Darth Vader hand thing.
The Force?
Yeah,
The Force? Choking somebody with the Force? Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy. He stripped all his table, left. He was really pissed. And then, yeah, that was the story. There's a lot more stories, but we'll keep that for gambling episode 2. Let's get into some comments, I guess. Is a little detour I took there at the beginning, but
Not as many this time.
Now we know.
I don't think.
no, we only got 4 comments. You guys need to comment a little bit more. I mean, there's a lot of you that commented, but we're not gonna
We're not getting enough.
Interact with us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people interacting and they make like 1 sentence comments, but if you comment something like, "Oh my gosh, that's my cousin in the middle," we can read it, but we can't really do anything with that. We can't make any jokes off of that.
Yeah.
So
Yes, hey.
these are some
I know
long
you.
comments. Yeah. Comment some long things. Tell some stories. We want to talk about them.
Mhm.
But yeah, your cousin commented and said you're in the middle.
Ooh.
I don't know. They commented like 8 times, 7 different names. It's like Chandra, Lucy, Donna, Angela.
On what?
I don't know. I don't know. We'll have
It
to
was
go
on
back and look
YouTube.
at it. But
Missed it.
I saw him and I was like, what can I do with a single name?
Yep.
Talk about it.
It's like Cher, Seal, Ichiro. I guess Ichiro has a name. But yeah, leave some longer comments. Let us read them. And honestly, we had someone ask us today. We just got done playing softball. And we had someone ask them, where do they even comment? So if you guys are listening on Apple and Spotify or like Google Podcasts or something, if you're a weirdo, you got to go to YouTube. Comment on the YouTube video or go to Instagram. Send us a message. You can't comment on Apple and Spotify. So if you can't
Doesn't
figure,
work.
yeah. So if you can't figure that out, then we're not going to be able to read your comment.
Yeah.
But we want you to comment because we want to talk about it and we want you to have your 15 minutes of fame.
So who said what?
So Effin Casuals says, Effin Casuals, we're talking about the gambling episode here. Effin Casuals says, I would keep working for the insurance. So this must have been when we were talking about hitting the lottery for 39 million. I would keep working for the insurance and I would want to piss off as many people as possible till they fired me. That would take forever being I'm in a union. You guys are probably freaking so
Love
hard
it.
right now.
That's phenomenal.
Love it.
Good on you.
That would take forever being I'm in a union. He probably walks around and tells everybody he's local. It's like you two.
what we do.
So yes, I would stay working as I drive a Lamborghini to work and come in late all the time, order crazy lunch and not give a fuck. I like how that's his second thing he's going to do. He's
Order
like Lamborghini
crazy lunch.
and crazy lunch.
You're just going to eat frog legs all day.
So what's Eric doing? He ordered crab legs again.
Yeah.
Again, crazy guy.
This guy's eating buffalo balls for the 3rd day in a row.
Like, this guy's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, no. What do they call those?
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain oysters.
I
They're
feel
actually
like
solid.
Easy.
how long do you think that'd last?
See,
There's no
what?
way he drives a Lamborghini to work for 6 years.
I mean,
Not if he's showing up late every day.
They're gonna can him.
that's the thing. Why wouldn't they just be like, well, get out of here?
You don't need
Like,
this.
well,
You don't
that's
care.
the whole deal with with being in the union is that if for whatever reason
You can't drive
we
Lamborghinis,
get, no, I'm sure, well,
or you get canned.
could, but maybe one day. If I get laid off or something, I don't have to go look for a job. The union just provides me with another job whenever another company is looking for help.
Mm.
So I guess if you want to hit the lotto and then rotate between 70 companies until you finally piss off everyone and then you decide, well, that was fun.
That was fun.
And just nobody will pick you up.
Do your thing, I guess. Yeah. I feel like you could probably find insurance other places.
You can do
You
it
probably
at the
wouldn't
gas
have
station. or
probably wouldn't
something.
have to worry about retirement because you hit the lottery. So
Why don't you
you don't,
just
you don't need
retire?
to cash your 401k.
He's gonna be worrying about what lunch he's gonna get though.
Yeah.
That's a crazy thing to think about. The first thing is it's like, oh, I'm gonna get crazy.
Yeah.
What's stopping him from getting crazy lunch right now?
He doesn't have $39 million.
I guess
That'll
30
do it.
my
What is it? What's that guy's name?
Effin Casuals.
Good for you, pal.
I like that.
I mean, I don't think he'd last very long with a Lamborghini.
Mm.
I think you'd quit.
Why wouldn't you? Well, actually, I thought about this too after we talked about it. And that's what I commented. I replied to him. I said, some people love what they do, and go ahead. You love what you do, and you don't feel like you work a day in your life. Keep doing what you're doing. You got your money.
But I feel like that's not a job you go to where you could get fired. I feel like that's like artists and like ballet dancers and like
when your hobby is your job.
Yeah, and like deep water fishing or. But if I'm an electrician, who loves wiring houses?
There's a big sense
Do
of
you?
gratification in it. I've never done it.
Are you not an electrician?
Yeah. But there's different aspects of it. So there's residential,
commercial.
commercial.
Set them off.
You
better sit down and stay there for a while. No, there's different levels. There's residential, commercial, and industrial. So I do industrial. It's all oil field work. So I've never really actually roped in a new house, worked in a new house.
We're getting the lingo now. Roped in.
When you rope a house is when you're running all the Romex, all the wire through the house because it's all brand new.
I like to picture you with a rope like you're at a rodeo and you're like, yeah! And you're like
throwing it all around.
Yeah, you're snapping the wires into the outlets.
Good.
I wired my own house. It's not that hard.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're not licensed?
I didn't wire my own house.
Okay, yeah. Please, thank God, I'm sitting in it.
No, I didn't. It was wired.
record.
It was wired before I got here. I may have changed a couple outlet boxes though.
Outlet boxes.
What are they called?
Receptacles?
Yeah.
That's the dumb term. It's called an outlet box. I knew what you
not
were
even-
talking about. Everybody
It's an
knows.
outlet. Why is it an
is
outlet
this
box?
legal?
It's just outlet.
Because it's a box I took it out of. It's in a little tiny box, like a
it's
little,
got the cover on it.
you know,
and
like
it's
the
in a
little,
box.
the little
It's
basins.
separate. That's the cover.
You know the little basins in laundry rooms that water goes into? Like the old creepy looking ones in
Like
scary
the drain?
movies? No, it's like a big plastic tub, like where you'd wash a cat.
Yeah, I know what
Never.
you're talking
You don't
about.
wash a cat.
I have one 10 feet over there in the other room.
Like a
I'll
big
show you guys
sink?
after, but yeah, but it's a sink, I think porcelain. This is a plastic tub
With the drain in it.
specifically in laundry rooms, in basements. That's, if you flip that up, shrink it 0.10 the size of it, stick it in a wall, throw a couple wires, rope a couple wires through it. You'd be surprised. I bet you couldn't even tell the difference.
Probably not. I guess you got me. My hands are tied. You got me, man. I'm fooled. Maybe I'm the one with the pie on my face. You got me.
Yeah, who's got the pie on their face now, huh?
What do you got for comments over there?
Matthew VDM 05. This one is also the gambling episode. If this is related to Broden saying his dad picks his own numbers.
Oh, is this the guy that went full on Rain Man on us?
Yeah, which I think he had the bad side of Rain Man. If you pick a number 1 through 10, then your odds are 1 in 100. If you pick a number 69 out of 100, then your odds are 1 in 100. But theoretically, the odds of it landing on 1 twice in a row is 1 in 200. False. I think there's something in math where one outcome does not determine the next outcome. Or am I going crazy here?
No, you're probably right. I mean, because it's all chance.
Yes, because if I roll a dice now, 1 in 100 or 1 in whatever it might be, right? The next time I roll it,
There's
it
no
doesn't.
reason why I wouldn't hit the same number.
Yes, it doesn't affect. So if I have 100 balls in a steel cage and that's my bingo ball noise, and I pull one out and it's a 39 and I put the 39 back in, it doesn't
Same
affect.
chance.
Yeah. Where I understand maybe his lottery, and he can correct us.
Yeah, they're not codependent.
But I don't think the lottery, you can't have two the same numbers. So it can't go 1, 1, 37,
Right, because they
67,
take the ball out
12.
and they leave it out. They
Correct.
don't put that shit back in there.
But I still think I don't think it matters lottery wise. Because if I put 69 first or if I put 1 first, it's still getting
It
pulled
doesn't
out.
have to be in the right order.
Correct. And then he says, so if it lands on 1 once, then the odds of it being 69 in round 2 would be increased. I guess, but like that's with any number. Are you guys as lost as me?
You lost me. Yeah, you as soon as you started throwing numbers around,
Matthew
not a chance.
was an attempted Rain Man chance.
Maybe he's Puddle
And
Man.
He's down a lot of money in Vegas.
Yeah, don't gamble with me, friend. Yeah, I hope I don't see you giving me change at a Burger King one day.
Yeah. Poor guy.
I love myself a good rodeo cheeseburger, but if I'm short at 17 cents, your ass is you're gonna have pie on your face. Imagine you carry a pie in your car through every drive-through.
Just
anyone that shorts you change, rifle it.
It's coming. It's coming.
Knock somebody out.
What was that for, sir? Well, there's this man, Matthew VDM 05 one time told me. King 26 Smitty. Do I spot a high noon? Yes, sir. Man knows how to treat his taste buds. Yeah, Broden's got a couple high noons over there. I was crushing a high noon on the last episode. But yeah, high noons.
Recently got addicted to those.
Good beverage. Yeah, it's a good it's a good summer beverage.
Oh yeah.
And you look cool drinking them.
Do you?
Some people, if you're a cool person, you drink them.
Okay. I'm not worried.
But yeah, I mean, if any beer companies want to sponsor us, we will stop drinking your competitors' beer.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah.
Oh,
Which brings us
absolutely.
into our ad read. We are sponsored by Athletic Greens. No, we're not. I wonder if it's illegal to have a fake sponsor.
Probably.
I don't know.
Well,
That'd be a free advertisement. I don't know why they would give a shit.
it depends
Maybe
how
they
we
don't
talk
want to be.
about them.
Yeah,
It
maybe they
depends
don't
how
want
we
to be
talk.
associated
True.
with us.
Athletic Greens, they put cocaine in their product. See, they probably wouldn't want that
Definitely
advertisement.
don't want that.
No.
Nope.
And last comment, the Dusty King. He is talking about going to work after hitting the lottery. He said, not everyone is the same, lol. You're right.
Yeah, it's true. Actually, I was just talking to Austin about this at softball the other day. That no one person is the same as the other. We're all different in some aspect, even identical twins.
Correct.
Some way, somehow different.
Some.
So you're right. Yeah, he's right.
He is right. You
Really
know,
good job.
and I'm glad he could
Great.
provide us with
Yeah.
that information
Yeah.
because if we
Thanks.
didn't have that, I don't know where we'd be.
My life would spiral down.
If he didn't comment that, we wouldn't be on episode 4.
No.
We'd still be pondering episode 3 and how we could work around that.
Or we just would have quit.
The Dusty King, we quit after that comment. We're done. Sorry, man.
All right.
It's your podcast now. He'd replace one of us. The Dusty King would.
It's just him.
It's just him.
It's now dude.
He'd do the
Dusty
same
King
intro.
podcast.
Just one dude.
We're back.
Hey.
Who would have thought we'd have been here?
Huh? Look at us, huh?
Look at us. That's all the comments. So yeah, please leave a comment on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever you want to leave it on. Let us know what you think. And give us a rating, review. But actually, if you leave a review on Spotify and Apple, we can read those. We can read reviews.
Mm-hmm.
Because do they pop up? I think they do.
I'm not sure. Haven't even looked.
Someone try it. We'll see. We'll read them good or bad.
You'll look.
But yeah, it's fun reading these comments and getting you guys actually involved with the show. Episode 4, as you probably already noticed because you clicked on the episode, we're going to talk about the gold rush. Bum, bum, bum.
California.
California. Fun fact, it
California,
didn't
eh?
start in California.
Really?
Yep, that's the first bullet point. So it's a great
Can I
segue.
guess?
Yeah. You read the fucking sheet.
No, I didn't.
No?
No, I didn't.
If
Okay.
it's right here,
Gold
the sheet.
rush. It,
Now you're fucked.
pipe down.
Go ahead.
Pipe down.
Where's it from, Brain Man?
Oh, Montana.
Brain Man on the pod. He's wrong.
Oh, that's a good guess.
Big
Actually
idiot.
started in North Carolina.
I was gonna not
Probably
say that.
around the time when there was
Never would have guessed.
less than 15 colonies would be my guess.
Yeah.
So the honor actually belongs. So California did not have the first gold rush in American history. The honor actually belongs to North Carolina 50 years before gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill. So Sutter's Mill must be the first place in California. Imagine being part of the Sutter family. It's our mill. It's our gold.
Sitting pretty
Yeah.
now.
If you had like, what do they call that when you go for oil? If you had like mineral
Mineral
rights.
rights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mineral rights to all that land. They're just finding gold and you just
The Sutter family was like the Gates of the gold rush.
like Bill Gates.
Yeah. And Melissa.
Aren't they not together?
Beats me. I don't know. But yeah, them Sutter boys.
So in North Carolina.
North Carolina. Yep. The old Sutter family. 50 years before gold was discovered at Sutter's Mill. Nope. So the Sutter family was probably California, I think.
Oh.
The first gold rush in American history got underway after a 17-pound malleable gold nugget was found in Cabarrus County, North Carolina.
How did it feel to read malleable right there
I
after
added
I
it.
just
It's not in there.
I'm gonna have words.
Got him. If you guys didn't listen to the last episode, Broden thinks the gold is soft.
It's a soft metal.
He's convinced.
Look it up.
If you compare it to other metals, which are also hard,
That doesn't mean it's not soft though.
I'm not
You have to,
calling
like,
gold soft. I'm not saying you could throw it against the wall. It's gonna flatten out.
But I'm saying I think
if you throw it really hard.
I think what you're saying is what the malleableness of the gold versus the other metals is like how squishy it would get if a big person stood on it.
Nope.
That's how they test it.
like Andre the Giant big,
Yeah.
like 7'2", 400 pounds. Even then, I don't know if any metal would. Aluminum.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe an aluminum can.
In foil form?
I think a
Pretty
6'2",
malleable.
220 guy standing on an aluminum can would be all right.
Yep.
Well,
I think you'd be surprised What
at
do
how durable aluminum cans are.
I crush them all the time.
Like pop cans?
Yep.
I'm thinking of soup cans.
Soup cans.
A little bit thicker.
Yeah,
A
but
soup can. Yeah, it would be hard to crush a soup can.
I'm not saying it
Like
can't be done.
awfully hard
I don't think it would be
With-
terribly hard.
with your foot.
Have you seen the power in these stomps?
You do have some ham hocks. Just some pontoons down there.
We got some big feet on the pod, but like
Just two of them.
I wonder if we should almost have a can crushing competition. We'll do a TikTok of that on the Three Dudes page.
Yeah.
We'll get an aluminum can, pop can,
A soup can.
a soup can. What other kind of can could we get? Of corn, can of corn.
That's still,
propane
that'd still
can.
be the same.
Propane can. I have a bunch of empty ones. We crush that. That'd be crazy.
Yeah. Who can be the first one to put an axe through one of those?
I have an
I
axe.
think that'd be our last podcast.
And for episode 5, we're talking about propane. So 17-pound gold nugget was found in Caribous, North Carolina. Eventually, more than 30,000 people in the Tar Heel State were mining for gold. In more than 30 years, all gold coins issued by the U.S. Mint were produced using North Carolina gold. So North Carolina is the OG gold place.
Yeah. 17-pound nugget, though.
That's a
Holy shite.
that's a hefty nugget.
It's half the size of my biggest shit.
How do you know that?
Yeah.
Pull it out
What
and
do you
measure.
mean by that?
Yeah.
Pull it out and stick it on a fish.
How are you
scale
still
and hang on.
alive?
It's just a joke. I haven't shit that big. Are we kidding?
I
don't know.
Serious.
34-pound shit.
I got no reason not to believe you.
Yeah.
What's your reason to believe me?
You never wronged me.
Correct. All
There
right,
you go.
here we are.
You have my trust.
Here's
Well, now he has.
here's number 1.
Yeah.
You've been wronged. 17 pounds. That's a lot. More than 16. The gold rush was the largest mass migration in U.S. history.
Mm-hmm. They're Russian. They're trying to get there.
March of
Is that
1848.
like
So
of just American people?
are you
like-
talking about like
or
the
like
foreigners that were living in
Yeah,
America?
like people that were like maybe, I don't know, they were from Canada, from overseas, heard about the gold rush and they just came in. Or is that just people in America?
Let me read it here. It says, so this is in 1848. This is actually how we sparked this episode. Remember we were saying what the hell happened in the 1800s?
Oh, yeah.
The gold rush
Just thought
happened in the
about
1800s. Roughly 157,000 people in the California territory. 150,000 Native Americans. Count those as Americans. 6,500 of Spanish or Mexican descent, known as Californios.
So still like American citizens, like so to speak.
I guess.
Before.
Fewer than 800 non-Native Americans. So 20 months later, following the massive influx of settlers, the non-Native population had soared to more than 100,000. Maybe they were. What are you guys laughing about over there?
Yeah, forget I said that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I'm gonna have to watch that back. Maybe they were doing like a race.
It was a gold rush.
Yeah.
It's a race.
There
Sounds
was
like
shit
each
in the
race.
ground that was worth enough to retire and be done doing stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it was in North Carolina too.
Gorgeous.
Why go all the way to California?
Beautiful place.
Because if everybody's already in North Carolina whipping 17 golden nuggets out of their ass, they're going to try and find some somewhere else.
I wonder how they thought.
But
Let's
how-
try in California.
Yeah. What if you get there and you've been panning for months and years,
Like
and
20 feet away.
and you're like, you know what? This sucks.
Yeah.
Where do you go from there? This was your whole plan. I'm gonna travel across the country and pan for gold.
I would move to a different spot to pan. after.
What if you've just been mining
But
this
we're
one
talking
river
about, yeah. I mean, we're
for
talking,
like
I mean,
20 years, and
Yeah.
buddy comes up first day on the job, just whips out like
Giant
10 pounds worth of gold.
big nugget.
I think
Says, well,
that-
thanks.
I think natural selection kicks in at that point where you don't deserve gold if you've been panning the same river for 20 years and haven't
What if
found
it's a
gold.
big ass river?
Just not for you, man.
I guess, but like try other things.
Go around.
Yeah.
Move.
Move your feet. Like I just picture one guy sitting on the beach just with his little shaker. He's shaking nothing. 20
Doesn't
years.
have shoes on.
He just
Nothing.
sees all
Ripped up
these
coveralls.
all these people walking with bags of gold behind them. Hey Earl, how's it going down there? Oh, just
Still panning.
got a lot left to check in this river. It's around here somewhere.
It's gonna land in here one of these times.
And like he just won't leave. And he's just catching maybe like lesser minerals. He's catching a bunch of iron.
Yeah.
There's a lot of iron in this river. It's not worth much. Copper.
Copper's good.
Think there's people that pan for
I
copper.
think copper was worth a lot back then.
No.
I used to
Gotta be.
have a lizard named Copper.
You had a lizard?
My sister had a lizard.
Kind of the same. What kind?
Yeah.
Big one?
It was green.
Nice.
It was green and
Didn't
it ate
ever
lettuce.
think that.
And it was fast as fuck. We put it in the yard one time.
No shit.
God.
It was ripping through the grass.
Was it trying to sell you car insurance?
God.
It told me I could save 15% or more on car insurance. I did when it was running it away.
And it just dipped.
Yeah. But no, it was so fast, bro. Like,
Was it like a little one, or was it like a
yeah, like the size of my hand.
so like a gecko or
Pretty
something?
big.
I think it was, what are the bearded ones?
Those bearded
dragon.
ones are big though.
Yeah, I didn't get that, but I think maybe it was just a small, maybe it was a gecko. That could work.
Those things are so cool looking.
But it wasn't on any commercials.
Damn.
But like, yeah, it was so fast. Like I remember, I might be making this up, but I remember my sister or someone in my family was chasing it around the yard, trying to catch it. And it was elusive. It was like a Barry Sanders type gecko.
The
Just
Barry
gone.
Sanders.
Don't
of
give him
gecko.
too much open field.
Yeah.
He's gone.
I want like a bunch of geckos trying to stop that one gecko.
Not gonna happen if he's Barry Sanders.
No, honestly. But yeah, I don't even know where we're at. Lizards. How do we get there? Gold Rush.
I don't remember how I got
Gold
here.
Rush. So people kept coming. They just kept moving. The Donner Party, that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Is that the people who ate each other?
Mm-hmm.
They just ate each other. They hit mountains and they're like, all right, start eating each other.
Yeah. Well, I'm not
Crazy.
leaving to go get food, so Jimmy, your leg is dinner.
There's one guy in there that's already a cannibalist. Is that what it's called?
Yeah,
Sure.
Cannibal.
Cannibal.
There's
Just
already
cannibal.
a cannibal in there, and he's walking. He's like, God, fuck. He's like,
He just hit
2
the
months.
jackpot.
He's like, 2 months from now, we're gonna hit those mountains, and I'm gonna lead this.
I'm
He
gonna
gets there. He's
eat
like, all right,
everyone.
who are we eating first?
It's a buffet.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he's just,
Yeah,
he's just itching. He's like,
but
I
he's
cannot
living for
wait.
months off people. He
I think
most
you're,
excited he's ever been.
I think you're a little too excited to eat people, man. He's like, no. I just know we're gonna have to do this. So we might as well do it right now.
Get
do
it
it
out of the
early.
way.
He's making sure like they're all grass fed, grain fed too. He's like, yeah, make sure you eat. Make sure you eat these.
Taking a survey.
Yeah.
What'd you have for dinner? Okay, beans. All right.
Oh, you had a family sized bag of Doritos. Ugh.
Yo,
Oof, we'll pass on you.
Yeah.
Would you be the one to eat people right away? Like if you're in the Donner Party,
no.
would you be down to eat it, or would you try to hold off as long as possible?
Yeah,
There has
absolutely.
to be some other way to eat.
To
There's got to be
people?
something else. No, there's got to be something else.
Something else to eat.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's
that-
like
yeah.
frozen tundra on the top of a mountain.
There's no grass. There's no like
You
vegetation.
can only have so many snow pies.
What are they doing up there?
Going to California.
For gold, man. It was all
What
or
did they-
nothing.
Go a different
How do
way.
you think they got?
They're
Go
like,
somewhere else.
here's that giant cold mountain. That's the way.
It's all like I mean.
I've
not
never
many-
heard of the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah.
How do you get through them or over them?
Plane. Me.
They
okay,
were
personally.
on horse and bike.
Now put
personally, I
yourself
think a plane.
Yeah.
250 years ago.
Okay.
When they were walking with horse and buggies.
Yeah.
One.
Orville Wright and No, that's the
Redenbacher.
popcorn guy.
There you
No,
go.
Orville Wright is the right
The
guy.
Wright brothers.
Who's
Yeah.
the popcorn guy?
Redenbacher.
Orville
Orville
Redenbacher.
Redenbacher. Orville
God, that guy makes a
Redenbacher.
mean bag of corn.
Oh man.
Mean bag of corn. So the Wright brothers were not a thing, I don't think.
Not
yet.
until 1912, something
No.
like that.
That was Titanic, actually.
Pretty sure Wright brothers were also
Same year, huh?
Big year.
pretty close.
Big
Maybe
year.
1908. I don't know.
Let's do an episode on 1912.
What a-
Trapped that year in a bottle.
Trap that. If we could trap that year in a bottle and go back to it.
Like a
I know.
fart.
I know what plane or I know what boat I'm not getting on. But no, like they didn't have planes. Like there was
Yeah,
no other
I
route.
realized they didn't have planes, but why? I don't know. If
Well,
it's-
also,
it's pretty treacherous. I don't know why you wouldn't just draw
But-
the line and just be like, well, we got it kind of nice down here.
But they didn't have it nice. That's the thing.
and
had-
they were
They were poor people that
Yeah,
were
they
like,
were-
we're gonna take our shaker bins to the river.
And not only that, like
And then
back then
they're
they
like,
didn't,
where's the river?
they didn't know a whole lot about the west half of the U.S.
They didn't know. I don't think they knew they were gonna hit this massive
Mountain range.
range. That's what I was looking for. They didn't know they were gonna be like, wow, and then look up and be like,
We're fucked now.
what do we
Yeah.
do now? And then I know Earl, the cannibal, was like, we got to get to the top.
Yep.
How about we start going in? Yeah.
What month is it? November? Yeah, we're going. We're going.
Oh, yeah. Actually, it's better if we travel in December. I heard from the last party that I ate.
Just takes them halfway up and eats
But,
them.
like-
Comes back down.
That's crazy that, I guess, you got to eat it. The survival of the fittest. There's a big crack. I like that. High Noon sponsor.
Bonjour.
But yeah, I mean, I wonder how many people want. I should know more about this. This is like one of my favorite topics in history class was the Donner Party.
The Donner part, like the Oregon Trail type shit.
Yeah, and I wonder if it started. It must have been the Donner family, the Donners and the Sutters,
Mm-hmm.
the old
Kinda
Sutter Mill,
Like the old
The
Hatfields and
Donner Party.
McCoys.
the Hatfields and McCoys.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Donners and the
Yeah.
Sutters were the original Hatfields.
I
and
could
McCoys.
talk about those hillbillies for years.
Hillbilly is one of my favorite words ever.
I know. When you call somebody a hillbilly, dude,
How insulting.
I feel like I'm just 7 steps above them. I call you a hillbilly. I'm like, you are puny.
It's hard to come back from that.
Yeah.
Hillbilly.
Exactly.
You call someone a nerd?
Yeah.
Nerd. What do you say?
I'd
You
much
do?
rather be called a nerd than a hillbilly. My friend Tanner,
Yeah.
my friend Tanner in Canada, he calls me a hillbilly because I'm from North Dakota, and I want to fight him every time. And I know I could beat him.
He's from Canada.
Exactly. He's a hillbilly. He's
Yeah.
a city hillbilly.
Tanner,
He lives
you're
in
a
Winnipeg.
hillbilly. I know
Tanner-
you're watching.
I know Tanner's listening. He's the biggest hillbilly I know.
Yeah.
Where did
Hillbilly nerd.
hillbilly come from? You think there's a bunch of billies that lived on a hill?
Yeah, that's probably what it
Could
was.
be.
Don't go near that hill. Who's up there? All the billies.
Billies.
What do we?
Exile
And they
them
are
over
just
there. We don't like them.
they're just nasty.
Yeah, we just put them over there. Oh, that group over there we like to call the hillbillies. Why? This is a bunch of billies.
Hold on. Nathan's got something for us.
Nathan's got something for us. Is it about hillbillies?
Yeah, you might be surprised. The term hillbilly is Scottish.
I could picture some Scottish
Liam, you're
hillbillies.
like Scottish Irish. Just say hillbilly.
No, say it shillelagh.
Hillbilly.
No,
You got me.
you're the worst.
I'm not much for Scottish.
Hey, into the mic, hey?
Scottish.
There you go. Hillbillies from Scotland.
It's derived from the term hill folk.
Your mom's got a one.
Hey, let's stay on topic here, hey? No reproductive organs on this episode.
Can't
Do
open.
you think these hillbillies, like, well, they're Scottish. They had to be wearing the kilts.
Playing
yeah.
bagpipes, just hitting golf balls everywhere.
It's a bunch of fat bastards from Austin Powers. Yeah. Those were the hillbillies. The hill folk.
Could be.
Yeah, hillbillies. What an insult.
Yeah.
There's a couple insults like that. There's just like, you don't want to be called that.
Yeah, probably should.
Or if you ask someone and you're like, are you okay?
Oh, goober.
A goober. Yeah,
Goober.
that's
That's a bad one.
You're such a goober, man. And then
Goober.
like, what the fuck do you, what
Get
does that
goober.
even mean?
It depends who's saying it. If one of you two were to call me a goober, I wouldn't care. But some
Well,
random dude
But if
at
you,
the bar
if
is
you
like, "Oh,
say
you
it
goober."
threatening enough,
Yeah.
oh, it'll get you.
But say you're at the bar and you go outside and there's a big bike. You're like, man, that's a nice bike. And this guy comes over. He's like, don't touch my fucking bike. You're like, God, you're such a goober. You think that guy's going to stab you? On the spot?
Does he have a knife?
Most bikers do.
It's like that
My odds
headline
are way lower if he doesn't have a knife.
quote from Man Stabs. What are you gonna do? Stab me?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say most bikers hold knives.
I don't. Sometimes I do.
You're not a biker.
You just own a motorcycle.
You own a
Hey.
bike. Do you have leather clothes?
I got my dad's old motorcycle jacket, all leather.
Do you have leather pants?
No,
You're not a biker.
that's fine.
Do you have a do-rag?
Are you in a
bandana?
motorcycle club?
I used to have a do-rag.
Now it's a don't rag.
Yeah.
The gold rush was male-dominated event. Male-dominated event.
Well, I mean, and like take this not badly because I don't mean it badly, but
Say it.
women
Say
weren't allowed to do anything in 1812.
That is true. So when did women?
Women's suffrage was like 1918. Like it's a lot more recent than you think.
Oh, I thought it was like the 60s, 50s.
No.
When was Rosa Parks?
Rosa Parks, probably the 50s.
Okay, so I'm close.
Yeah. But it's different
Not
than women's
thousands of-
suffrage. That's a whole different box of frogs, pal.
Well, women suffered from like 1918 to beyond.
Yeah.
So I think women's suffrage is a wide range.
Maybe.
Yeah, but that's like their right to vote.
Anyway. Nathan, what do you got for us?
On August 18th, 1920, the 19th Amendment to the Constitution was finally ratified, and that all women, and declaring for the first time that they, like men, deserve all the rights and responsibilities of citizenship.
That's
So
like 100
1918,
years
okay.
after we're talking about.
Yeah, but I think 19.
Right.
Well, Gold Rush 1948. So
1848?
yeah, 1848. So I mean, 60 years,
Still?
70 years actually.
That's only
a long time,
100
though.
years ago. 102, but yeah, still
102 years is a lot of years, Broden.
compared to all of time.
No, no, compared to like this week.
Compared to 103 years.
Compared to like the 4 episodes we put out, 102 years is a lot. Yeah. So see, this is where we're just, if we had a woman on this podcast, we'd probably be more inclined. But when we have a guest on, we'll maybe talk a little bit more. We'll talk about the 1900s. We'll have a guest on for the 1900s episode.
That's a,
Get into some
1900s
stuff.
expert.
And yeah, we
my
don't wanna-
dad, he lived in them.
He also lived picking his own lottery numbers.
Oh, grief.
Higher odds.
I want to call him. Be like, what do you think about your odds?
What's your spread? What are your
What's-
numbers? What are your numbers? What's your spread?
Make sure I don't pick them. Hundreds and thousands of people flocked to California to make their fortunes in the gold rush, but almost none of them are women. So the Donner Party is a bunch of men eating men.
Yeah.
All right.
Tough.
In 1852, 92% of the people prospecting for gold were men. The few women who did travel to the West, how do you say that word? E-K-E-D. Eked? Eked?
E-K.
What?
What?
E-K-E-D.
E-K-E-D. Is that a word?
The West eked out a living in the growing boom towns, working in the restaurants, saloons, and hotels that seemingly popped up every day. Some women's journals back east, fearful of the trouble the men might get into without the civilizing influence of women, published stories and ran ads encouraging educated, morally minded young women to travel west to tame these men. Were they snakes? They had to tame
Yeah,
them
I mean, dude, they were wild. They ate each other.
to survive.
I don't know if I could eat you.
If us three, I'd eat you so fast if we were
There's
going
not a
somewhere.
lot here.
It's all right.
That's
Because he's next.
try.
But like,
If
we
you
would
try
have
to
an eat off. He'd be such easy prey. But
Oh,
like,
yeah,
no.
we could.
but let's
team
say me, you,
I'm
and
slippery.
Liam had to walk from Minot, North Dakota to Mexico right now. And we get halfway and we're like, we wouldn't even get halfway. Say we get to Rapid City, South Dakota, and we have no food or water. I'm biting your shit off. I am biting a part of your body. I'm eating a thigh. I'm killing you first, though.
I'm kicking you in the balls if you try to kill me.
You would lose.
No,
How
because
you would try to? You'd fight me back and eat me.
Or here's this:
I'm not
stop
sit
in
there and get
any
ate.
town ever on the way to Rapid City.
We're in South Dakota.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not in 2000.
this isn't the Amazon rainforest.
There's not like saloons and diners everywhere.
Well, we would have had. to
We'd
have
never
passed
be
the
more
Senex
than
by now.
Yeah, we'd never be more than a day's walk from civilization.
I'm putting us in the shoes of these men. The Donner Men.
Okay,
We're in South Dakota.
South Dakota in 1850.
that's true.
They were
Okay,
in
well,
California. Totally different. There's deer here.
We can
We have
catch 'em.
options.
You're fast.
yeah. Are you
That's
gonna?
why we use
Well, I mean, can we bring
bow and
guns?
arrows.
So now we have weapons.
At some point, someone I'm sure fashioned something together. We could have trapped them. I don't know. We should probably exhaust every option before we start knocking
Yeah.
on each other.
Yeah, we would.
Thank
but
you,
I'm
actually.
saying once the options are exhausted, Broden's first.
Oh yeah.
No.
Yeah. Now I'm with you.
I'm glad you agree.
Yeah, right here.
Hey.
It's dead.
Who weighs
I-
more out of you two?
Me.
You're first.
Try me.
Hey, now you're talking. Yeah. You know what?
There's more there.
Yeah.
Who's
For
got
us.
more quality meat to eat though?
You.
Yeah,
now
I'm
we're
gonna
there.
say you.
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
Appreciate that.
Let's get back into the gold rush.
It's
Talk about eating.
because of my
the
diet
meat.
or what?
No, I probably have a worse diet than you do.
Yeah.
The percentage of women in gold mining communities did eventually increase somewhat, but even in 1860, they numbered fewer than 10,000, just 19%. What a world.
90% what?
That's a horrible ratio.
It's a
81 to
sausage
19%.
party over there.
Yeah, it was a sausage fest.
Yeah.
You think they got into
taming them?
You think they got into clubs for free?
Oh yeah.
Women?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, those men are probably savages, and you know.
Well, if they're eating each other,
Well, I
can't
mean, like
imagine what they do at a
Rank 'em
club.
pretty
they
high
haven't
up
seen a
there, yeah.
woman in 2 weeks, and
They're
they get
foaming
to
at
the bar.
mouth.
Yeah.
They're
They
feral.
see
Yeah.
a girl. Yep. Feral. That's a good word.
Do you think they bribed him with gold blocks?
Mm.
Like, hey, honey,
Found this in the river.
what I got in the river today? I don't
Just a
think
little
they.
nugget.
I don't think they talk like that though. Early sections of San Francisco were built out of. I think I got gold in my throat right now. Early sections of San Francisco were built out of ships abandoned by prospectors.
Ships
What does that even mean?
Ships.
down the
So
river.
they must have had ships.
down the river.
No, they must have like started building civilization, like the houses and the huts and the clubs, out of ships.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but like, where
Imagine
are
you
you
didn't-
panning for gold in a ship? Not in
No,
the
I think the
ocean.
ship-
They
Ship's
got
just like-
out.
I'm sure.
You're not gonna find a lot in the
Oh.
ship.
How long are their arms reaching over the side of a ship? Yeah, so I mean, imagine you don't know how to use a hammer in the 1800s. You got to build your own shit. You can't even you can't go hire a company to build you a house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can.
In the
Not
1800s?
Not in uncivilized
I'm maybe not
California.
uncivilized, but I'm sure there's some people that are better at it than others. Where you can be like, hey, if you're not busy this weekend, you think you come over and help me build my house?
Yeah, no, I get that. But I don't think that was the bartering system in the 1800s.
No.
I don't think it's like, hey,
I wasn't
Steve.
there.
They just ring him up.
Yeah.
They just
Yeah,
give him
me
a call.
fooled.
Hey, hello. What are you doing? I was like, Mom, just sitting in my house.
They didn't even have phones.
Thinking about going panning later.
They had to write him a letter.
Yeah, I'm just panning. Yeah, gets there 2 weeks later. He comes there and the guy's dead.
Yeah.
He's been eaten by the Donner Party.
Darn.
Yeah, I don't think it worked like that, like we have it now. I think it
I
was
don't
pretty
think
much you
anything
build your own
works
shit or
even
you
remotely like anything today.
No, except walking.
Okay, my hands are tied. Thanks.
But like, yeah, I think it's pretty much you build it or you don't get a place.
I wonder if they just took the ship inland though and just like put it there and just lived in the ship like in the land, or did they rip it apart and build something? You know what I mean?
Get that ship on wheels.
Yeah,
Get that
probably.
inland.
that was the first car
Some
they had.
logs down. Makes sense.
So were they pirates? Could have been.
Are we gonna go back to this again?
Yep.
About the pirates on the No, actually, you wanna know what? I'm glad we are.
Oh man,
Here it is.
Let's hear it.
If you're on a plane, you're not the pilot, are you? You're a passenger on the plane.
It depends. Are you?
Nope, it doesn't. It doesn't. Because you board the plane, and you're a
different.
passenger riding on the plane.
But we're not saying everyone on the ship is a captain.
That's essentially what you were talking about.
No,
yeah.
I'm saying they're sailors. Everyone's got a
Hey,
job.
you got apples to oranges here, pal.
Go on.
We got them.
Yeah.
No, because I'm not
Snuff
gonna.
that.
I'm done throwing a
Nip it
tennis
at the
ball
bud.
against a wall, man. This is it. It's
No, I
Whatever.
get what you're saying, but
And
I don't.
I just don't. I don't.
What would you call the flight attendants compared to sailors on the ship doing flight attendant type work?
They're
Sailors?
no.
Ship attendants?
They're on a plane.
Yeah, but what's the comparable to a ship? There's obviously people that work on the ship that aren't driving a ship.
Yeah, they work the mast.
Yeah, what do you call
So
him?
yeah, that's a sailor.
Is that a sailor?
But
He's
not
working
all
the
of them.
mast.
Or is that a
No, they're
mast
not.
worker?
No, they're
Way back then, everybody.
Hang on.
No, they're sailor.
No. Next week I'm bringing far
know
more
what?
ammunition to this conversation.
Yeah, you come back with more ammo.
I'll let you have that one.
All right. The gold rush conjures up images of thousands of 49ers heading west in wagons to strike it rich in California. Many of the first prospectors actually arrived by ship, and a few of them had a return ticket. You got to get a ticket to get on these ships. So someone's profiting off this if they're getting
Where are they
tickets.
coming from?
Sweden.
No,
For
makes
real?
sense.
No, I can't imagine so.
Sweden.
But, I mean, it is a
Asia?
place.
I mean, Asia is like the next thing over the ocean there.
Depending
Chinese
on which
people,
route
Japanese
you take.
people.
I think there were some Japanese people in the gold rush.
Gotta be.
Why not?
Maybe a couple. Who built all the trains?
The Chinese people.
Yeah. How did they get all the shit over here to build them?
Ships.
Yeah.
A lot of ships.
A lot of ships with shit. Wagons with
A
shit.
lot of shit ships. Many of the... Where am I at here? We got to dial down these notes, Nathan. These are the goddamn paragraph over here. Within months, San Francisco's port was teeming with boats that had been abandoned after their passengers and crew headed inland to hunt for gold. As the formerly tiny town began to boom, demand for lumber increased dramatically, and the ships were dismantled and sold as construction material. So they were selling some shit to some contractors.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that answers my question then. They didn't just put the ships there and live in them.
I need to see pictures of the 1800s because I'm picturing like mud huts, and I just don't think that's how it was.
It's a little bit more
I think they
new
had.
than that.
Did they have cameras in the 1800s?
Hey, let's ask that. Let's talk into the mic.
No,
It'd be
because
great.
I'm embarrassed to ask. I don't want to look like a fool.
He said, "Do they have
have
cameras in the 1800s?"
Honest
Hey.
question.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They had
Thank
to have
you.
because they had them in the Civil War,
Yeah.
right?
Cameras
And that had to
for
be what,
sure in the
1700s?
1800s.
But it was the
The
big,
Civil War, 1700s?
not civil. I meant the one where we got our freedom.
Somewhere else,
Revolutionary?
1700s.
There you go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Tomato, tomato, apples to oranges here. Hey,
Well-
no dumb questions, man.
Yeah, definitely no dumb questions
I think
with you.
the
I want to
cameras-
hear all of those questions.
I
I'll let
think,
it fly.
I think the cameras were like the size of a small Ford Focus.
I think those
Yeah.
were the ones like where like you had to stay still for like 20 minutes while it was taking your picture because
You had
they're
to-
just
yeah.
they're just shit.
Wait till the next day for all the light to get in the camera.
Yeah, exactly.
And out of your eyes.
Dude, we gotta have an episode on like cameras because I think about that all the time. How
Modern
does they even work?
technology.
How do they even modern technology? That's great. How
That's
do
a
they?
big one.
It blows my fucking mind how light goes in a camera
Opens
Cap-
the shutter
and then it's. But how does it like?
Just
I don't even know.
right on something.
There it is right there. Cameras.
There it is. Picture of the
True West.
California Gold Camps.
Sign up for
Okay.
a free weekly
We'll,
newsletter.
Take a screenshot of that. We'll throw it up on screen for the people that are watching this. But yeah, I mean, cameras. We got to have some on modern technology because cameras blow my mind.
No.
How do they take pictures of anything? That technology.
With cameras,
It's kind of like Bluetooth, bro. What is the hell is that?
Bluetooth?
signals.
Yeah, it's a frequency.
Yeah. Waves, electromagnetic
Everything
radiation.
gives off its own frequency.
I know what you're saying.
But it's
but
not
it's not-
registering in your little nugget of a brain.
My little lexicon of like there's shit going through the air. I don't know.
Yeah. But, okay, so it's
all radiation.
Let's say
You
that-
can mansplain this to me and I'm not going to get it.
like I go,
What does that mean?
and then you do that in the exact same tone. That would be matching frequency. So that
Harmony.
would be my phone, me searching for a Bluetooth device, and then we line it up.
But I don't understand how I could have a picture of my cereal from last night. It somehow connects to those frequencies and now it's on your phone.
Dude, this is a whole different box
Yeah.
of frogs right now.
Am I not right?
No, you're right, but
Is it
holy
not
shit.
crazy to
No,
think
no, it
about? Like,
absolutely
how
blows
the
my
hell is that even a thing?
Yeah.
Well, it all started with those 20-minute photo booths that they had.
Honestly. Getting back into what we were talking about, hundreds of houses, banks, saloons, hotels, jails, and other structures were built out of abandoned ships, while others were used as landfill for lots near the water's edge. So here is my picture of the 1800s. It's not what I thought it was. They had established buildings and businesses.
Mm-hmm. It's like all the boom towns and ghost towns.
Yeah, they had
Which, yeah,
A
arters
bunch of
and
them were like
traders.
haunted and shit.
which I should know that for sure because, like, I don't know. They had that shit in the 1600s.
Oh, I just thought of something too. A little fun fact about the gold rush. I don't know why this just popped in my brain, but it had to come out. Levi jeans, like the clothing brand,
Yeah.
was due to the gold rush. That whole thing started because some dude was trying to make something lighter that people could wear that was still durable.
Levi?
Yeah, Levi.
Levi did it?
Levi Strauss.
Is that his name?
Yep.
No shit.
Yeah.
Says it right on them.
Well, it says Levi.
Does it say the Strauss on there?
I'm pretty sure on some it says Strauss.
It might. It might. But yeah, I think it was due to the gold rush.
You're
Yeah.
kidding.
Levi
California
Andrew
heat.
Strauss.
Now we know.
He's probably rich.
Well, he's dead as shit.
Wow. Good thing to hear from a dead person. He is dead as shit. So today, more than 150 years after the gold rush began, archaeologists and preservations continue to find relics, sometimes even entire ships, beneath the streets of the city by the bay. So they're finding ships under San Diego. How far are they digging?
That is nuts.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if the ship is just done holding up and all of a sudden your house is 20 feet underground because that ship finally collapsed underneath the ground?
Dude, that happens all the time.
I don't-
Sinkholes.
Sinkholes? I know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro, I don't think it's sitting on this air around it, and then it's just like sitting on the top of the ship. I think there's dirt all over it.
yeah, but I'm talking like inside the ship.
Why are they putting dirt inside the ship? That sounds
Exactly. I don't think they're putting dirt inside the ship.
I think dirt
So
works its way in.
It could, but if it didn't, let's say, I mean, there's got to be a chance it didn't.
Yeah.
And
There's
just,
a 50-50 chance.
if you're sleeping one
It's
night,
either in there or it isn't.
or like sitting there watching something on TV, and all of a sudden you are 20 feet in the ground,
In
Yeah,
a
I suppose.
ship full of gold.
do you think you'd poop your pants?
Yeah.
I know I would.
I poop my pants if I missed the last step going down a staircase. I imagine if I landed inside a wooden ship 20 feet below the surface, probably have a little fudge hanging out of the bottom of my shorts.
Where did the ship come from?
Just putting in your socks.
Oh, we
huh?
put that there years ago.
What do you got
There it
there,
is.
Nathan?
That's a ship underneath the ground.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that makes sense. Screenshot that one too. We'll throw it up there. For those of you people listening, you should be watching. You'd see all this stuff. But that ship kind of looks
Yeah.
cool. I want to dig up a ship one day. What would be the least
know
amount of scary item you could dig up in your backyard that you'd be like, this is kind of cool?
The least scary thing I could dig up in my backyard.
Like, say there's a small ship under my backyard right now. Are you
Okay.
scared
Well,
if you dig it up?
Yeah,
I'm
because
scared.
we're in
Yeah.
North Dakota.
yeah,
That-
we
that's
are
my
the
biggest
farthest
concern.
away from water ever.
First of all,
The middle of the continent.
How did that get here?
Uh,
The flood?
Aliens.
But yeah, that would be weird. Okay, so maybe not a ship, but like that would make it even crazier.
The
if there's a
least
ship
scary
under
thing you could dig
See,
up in your backyard
I
is a
don't-
gold nugget.
probably.
I
I
would not be scared of a gold nugget.
no, but
just
like at what
plopping into
point
my
is
hands.
scary? Because I don't like digging things up. Because I it just give me a weird vibe. Shit under the ground and stuff. Don't know where it's been. Don't know where it's from. Maybe it's haunted.
Well, it's been under the ground.
Like even like opening a cabinet that I've never opened before. Like say
what?
like
What could possibly be behind?
Why are you just
the
going to
cabinet
open
door?
up random cabinets?
but say like we drive out into the country and there's a dirt road and there's an abandoned house. We go in it. There's a cabinet I gotta open. I don't want to.
You just get
Just
pee your
open it.
pants and say, just
I
sitting
might
there.
not even go in the house.
I don't think you
Come
would. No,
on.
No, I almost
Why?
did one time.
I've done that a couple times,
Horrible. You went to San Haven one
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
and I peed all over Connor Tandy's car
Didn't
because I
even
was
get out of the
scared.
truck.
Nope,
Scared.
I was deathly
That was-
afraid.
That's why
It
I'm
was
saying.
scary.
That's why I'm saying you go to a place like that. Say there's just this wooden house. We're like, let's go give her a stab. I'm not.
In-
I'm not going in. I can't.
In the
I
middle
couldn't.
of the day, let's have at it.
No, we're talking at
No,
night.
but
Yeah,
at 2:30 in the morning,
middle of the night,
when
at-
we drive up there on a
at
whim.
Sandhaven, abandoned hospital known for horror.
Yeah, like
I'm
just scary as
Shaking in my
shit
boots a
ever.
little bit.
I'm kind of nervous right now talking about
It doesn't get you going a little.
I
huh?
rolled up my window. I was so scared of that
Yeah.
place. I'm like, no.
Good.
There's so much
I would do it
terror in
now,
the
though.
dark.
Oh my goodness, man.
Because you don't know.
You don't know what you don't know. But like, yeah. Oh. And people live for rushes like that, like adrenaline rushes.
People do TV shows.
Yeah, I don't want to be friends with those people ever.
Oh, you know those people are weird.
Yeah, a little quirky.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what they do at home too? Like they're not even going to work. They just have a camera crew. Like they go to a haunted place and then they come home and then they're tuning in their radio again to talk to some ghost at home. You guys are not going to believe the day I had at work.
Just like it's his old pal.
Yeah, just sitting on the couch.
Me and Randy, I made contact with him again.
Randy died 200 years ago. A giant boulder crushed his skull.
Randy's an old ship, actually. Found him in my backyard. Yeah, we're going to have to do, there's another episode. We're going to have to do one on paranormal activity or haunted.
Ghosts.
Ghosts would be a good one.
Oh, we special guest Broden's mom for Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, we got to have someone that has a couple stories. There's
A couple.
Yeah.
Your mom's got some stories.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's wild.
Would your mom come on the pod?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Sick.
we're getting your mom on the pod.
Let's go.
That would be
Let's-
crazy.
hey. Don't be so excited about that.
I'm
You
Broden's
so
mom
excited.
on
You
the
son
pod.
of a bitch.
She might be listening to this. We just want you on to talk about ghosts.
She definitely is listening to us.
I love that so much.
Hi, Don.
Hello. Prospecting for gold was a very costly enterprise. So maybe these poor people were actually not poor that were doing it. Most of the men.
Well, yeah, it's gold.
No, we're talking the tools to do it.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
The shaker racks and the.
Yeah, all
Water
you need is
bins.
some chicken wire.
That might not have been easy to come by in the 1800s.
Well, like it's a sieve. It's like chicken wire.
Oh, sieve. Big word, guys. It's a strainer, man.
Okay.
Sure.
It's also a sieve.
Yeah, I know, but who calls it a sieve? You're not making spaghetti and you don't put your noodles in the sieve.
You're right.
Is that what
because
you call it? Do you say get the sieve out of the cabinet?
He must.
a sieve is different than a strainer.
What's the difference?
One is tied to panning for minerals and gold, and one is tied for you making your delivered groceries.
Oh, now you
Which
got
one
him.
is tied for panning for shit?
A sieve.
I don't think you're right.
Well, you're
I
wrong.
think a sieve is in a kitchen because I learned in 8th grade Mrs. Ose's facts class. They call it a sieve.
Yeah, it's both. But I'm saying, did you hear what I
does
said?
both,
Are you
huh?
listening to me? Turn those headphones on. Turn them on. Are you listening to me?
No.
One is tied to panning for shit, and one is tied for your delivered groceries. Fuck, man, I butchered that.
Rips the mic away from his mouth. Yeah, but I think so. A strainer is tied to my groceries.
Yeah,
Yes.
in a sieve. Like I hear sieve, I think like gold panning. I hear strainer, and I'm thinking like you just poured your noodles in there in the sink.
When I hear sieve, I think of like someone that's trying to be more intelligent than me, using bigger words than me.
I must be a sieve.
Did he get you?
What are you doing with your headphones?
What do you mean?
Yeah, well, you got one on your earlobe.
I know. They're
Well, they're
pinching my ears.
supposed
Pinching my ears behind my hat.
All right, all right.
Yeah, right.
We're gonna have to check that, but
Yeah,
I think a sieve can be used for
Nathan looked it up. Sieve versus strainer.
most
Type
of the
that
men.
exact phrase in.
Most of the men who flocked to Northern California arrived with little more than the clothes on their backs. Stuck in a remote region far from home, many prosecutors coughed up most of their hard-earned money for the most basic supplies. At the height of the boom in 1849, prospectors could expect prices sure to cause sticker shock. A single egg could cost the equivalent of $25 in today's money.
A single egg. Oh, like chicken egg.
Yes, chicken egg
What other egg
or dragon egg.
you on about? I don't
Well,
think they were
at
that
first
far
I was-
back in time.
Coffee went for more than $100 per pound.
I would just
$100
have a
a
glass of
pound.
water at that point.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, how bad do you want coffee, I guess? My grandma would love it.
$100 a pound. That's like crack.
There's people on this
That's
earth
way
that
actually. That's way less than crack.
they're so obsessed with coffee, they'll pay any amount, kind of like gas. I pay any
Yeah.
amount for gas because I have to, but I think there's coffee.
That's
that
a
lets you have
necessity,
to.
kind of.
Yeah.
Coffee?
No, gas.
Yeah. That's why I never look at gas prices because it doesn't matter.
You're gonna have to buy it.
My sister texted me the other day and said gas is under $4, and I said, I don't
Sick.
care because I'm paying no matter what it is. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool, I guess, but I would never would have noticed if she didn't text me.
But yeah, but like
But like, there's people that will pay Starbucks $10 a cup of coffee. I don't care. I'm paying
I
for
think those people are insane.
Yeah.
You can buy
it. I think you think my grandma's insane.
sorry.
It's all right, but yeah, no, I agree. I mean, there's a certain point where it's like Keurig will do it.
Yeah, or just
Not even that. You get a bun coffee maker.
A bun?
Yeah. BUNN.
like an old fashioned
Yeah.
coffee
Oh, I
maker.
thought you were talking about
They're
like
in every single
pot of
grandparent's
coffee.
house.
Yeah.
Just a classic pot of coffee. Just makes it in like 2 minutes. Nothing to it.
And it
It's so
tastes
much
great.
though. So much though.
Well, it depends on how much
Yeah,
you drink.
that's what you do. You pay for the convenience when you do shit like that.
What I like to do is I'll make a pot one day. And I'll have it hot that day because I have my big Yeti.
Iced coffee the next.
And then iced coffee the next day.
This man has the cheat code.
You know?
That's actually kind of a good
$100
idea.
a pound though, huh?
$100 a pound.
In today's money or in 1848 money?
Today's money.
Oh my god.
And replacing a pair of worn out boots could set you back more than $2,500. Are they Jordans?
Wow.
Limited edition.
Sure.
Limited edition Jordan gold panning boots.
Wow.
I wonder if they resold them on like X Stock or whatever that shoe site is.
StockX.
Right.
Stock.
There you go.
Yep, there
That's
it
the
is.
way to do it.
Found it. Who's the brain guy now?
It's me.
Who's got pie on their face now?
Yeah.
Me.
Move over.
StockX. I heard that's a good website though.
It's okay.
More fortunes were made by merchants than the miners. So I think the people that were actually buying all of this shit, well, obviously, if you're selling $100 cups of coffee,
Right. Yeah. Like the
It's a
people
statement.
that are in town selling all that shit, selling you a bottle of booze for
one
$80
leg.
into
Need that left leg ears. For
my
what?
name's
For this pound of coffee.
yeah. My name's Mr. Donner. I need that leg.
That looks really
Oh,
good.
I've heard about you, Mike. Please call me Mr. Donner. As the boom continued, more and more men got out of gold hunting business and began to open businesses catering to newly arrived prospectors. So they were scumming them.
Oh, yeah.
They knew it. They were like, there's no gold left here. I found it all.
Yeah. And they're
This
like,
guy.
Mm-hmm.
honestly, though, good play.
How cutthroat would it have been back then? I mean, you imagine the amount of people that died? Like, someone walk up, dude, look at this gold piece I just found.
Yeah. Just stabs him.
Yeah,
Just stabs him.
Just stab him.
For
Oh, that's
those
pretty cool.
listening, he made a gun gesture. Honestly, though,
Or an
yeah,
axe.
why wouldn't you just jump anyone?
People probably did.
The
Yeah.
Wild Wild West.
Yeah.
Is that the time? Is this
Just
the time
hit
of the Wild
somebody.
Wild West?
Yeah,
What's
gotta
on
be.
now?
That's probably why it was the Wild West, is because everybody was crazy about gold.
Mm-hmm.
So you pretty
And
much
you got to
just
be an
shot-
absolute idiot to walk up to a stranger and be like, "Look at this giant gold
This
nugget I found."
13-pound
Seventeen
nugget.
And people
17
probably
pound.
did.
Oh, yeah.
And they were
And they're
like,
like, look at this brand new gun I have.
"Hey, did you see this thing in this alley back here? I got to show you it. It's brand new. City's never seen it before." Walk back there, just clunk that guy in the head.
Yeah, I mean, you're not messing. I don't think you talk to strangers in the Wild Wild West.
No,
No.
stay away.
I don't think you talk to family members.
I think the only do is
You do. Write him a letter.
gold and the bar in the 1800s.
In the bar.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we do now.
I mean, yeah, they were definitely scumming them, which is good. Maybe this was the start of capitalism. Scumming the old Western people.
Yeah, in a sense.
Could be.
Philip Armour, who would later found a meatpacking empire in Chicago, made a fortune operating the sluices that controlled the flow of water into the rivers being mined. So he had like a dam that would stop all the gold from the little grunts that were at the end.
Yeah. He was like everybody's god then out there. Did you like the
Their
power
god?
that? Yeah, like the power
Stop
that
the
guy
water
had. Yeah,
So they can't even pan.
yeah.
No, I feel like it was a big sifter, a sieve. I feel like he had, so if we're on the north side of the river, he's got his machine that's stopping all the gold, and then all the water is going through it to the people, and then they're panning with high hopes, but it's not coming because
Right.
Mr.
That's what I
Studebaker.
mean.
What a dog.
That guy's a legend. I wish I could talk to him.
His name's Philip.
Hey,
I've
$1
never
million
met
or a dinner with Philip?
Oh, $1 million. I don't give a shit about Philip. Can I kill Philip?
You could do whatever you want
Yes,
to Philip at
probably
dinner.
Do I get Philip's fortune after I kill him?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll take the $1 million.
I don't know. Maybe.
No,
I
it's
guess
so
I don't
hard.
know.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Go ahead.
Entrepreneurial bankers Henry Wells and William Fargo. Maybe that's where Wells Fargo came from. Moved west
How'd
to
you
open
come
an
up with
office.
that?
Yeah, you know,
Good grief.
you throw
Just
enough shit at the
dodge.
wall and something sticks.
This guy's got some neurons.
Moved west
Bingo,
to
man.
open an office in San Francisco, an enterprise that soon grew to become one of America's premier banking institutions. One of the biggest mercantile success stories was that of Levi Strauss.
Holy shit.
Look at you.
A
This
German-born tailor, Strauss arrived in San Francisco in 1850 with plans to open a store selling canvas tarps and wagon coverings to the miners. After hearing that sturdy work pants, ones that could withstand the punishing 16-hour days, Liam, you know all about that,
You're telling me.
regularly put in by miners were more in demand, he shifted gears, opening a store in downtown San Fran that would eventually become a manufacturing empire producing Levi's denim jeans.
Sick.
This is why you're brain guy.
Yeah.
So
Where do you pull that out of?
who's got the pie in their face now?
We do. We've had it there.
Maybe I do.
Yeah.
Maybe I do have the
Maybe
pie.
I do. Maybe there's just a little
Am I
bit
back to brain guy now?
Oh, you've always been brain guy.
Well, Liam just took the crown there for like
passing it
18
around
seconds.
a little bit.
He tried to take it from you last episode. So actually, we're getting some more information on. I just got flashed a note from the producer. Miners.
What?
I think we'll get there. Will we get there, Nathan? Okay. Thousands of gold rush prospectors got rich off gold, but not John Sutter. He wasn't one of them. So the Sutter family was actually poor, a bunch of poor bitches. It's a goddamn novel. I'm not going to read that. Salted mines. Empty mines were a problem for 49ers
Back to
because
the salt
you
mines.
can't mine an empty mine and you can't sell it either. So what's an honest prospector to do? Defraud someone else into buying it. That's pretty scummy.
That's got to take some brains, though.
Yeah, or just one idiot.
Maybe not as
Well, yeah, but I mean, you got to be a good salesman. Like, you got to be able to sell water to a sailor.
Well, sell water to a ski boat, I'd say.
You can't sell anything to boats. They don't have money.
Why? Oh, it's not mine. It's someone else's phone. Someone's phone's going ape shit over here. In what sort of like the eBay of the Old West, miners would fix up their unwanted claims, a practice roughly equivalent to photographing your expensive vase from an angle that fails to reveal the enormous crack, and then claiming afterwards that the crack happened during shipping. Okay, so that's what they do. They take a picture of the mine, and then they'd be like, okay, here's my beautiful mine. Would you like to buy it? Person would buy it. And then they'd be like, there's nothing in here. And they'd be like, you must have mined it all. How big of a sloozy move is that?
It's horrible.
The ultimate.
Hey,
You got to respect it.
game recognized game though
Yeah.
in the Wild West.
Yeah, honestly. It's the
Uh,
Wild West. You could do anything.
That's what they called salting.
Salting.
Salting. That's what they do when they'd sell a mine that had nothing in it.
Yeah.
It's called salting.
You got that completely wrong.
Got it completely wrong.
So what they would do is they would dig a mine for a little bit until their company wanted to stop. And then if they didn't find anything in the mine, they had to do something with it. So they actually took small gold flakes and they put it in the mine. That was the salt. And then they made it known that, hey, I think we found this great mine that has a lot of gold in it. We just hit the tip of it. Who wants to buy it?
So okay, that makes more sense. So they'd
They'd
fudge some
find
numbers.
a bunch of gold.
They'd pretty much take a playing card, a Joe Burrow rookie, sign the corner of it, peek at it, and be like, oh, I think it's a Joe Burrow rookie. Yeah, I signed it. And then they'd sell it. Not probably the best equivalent, but, I was put on the spot. I'm better when I have like dual screen type.
That is unreal.
Honestly, good
What
for
an
them. though.
idea. Yeah.
So here's what Nathan was trying to tell us earlier with his little flashing note. Miners rolling naked down hills. Between 1849 and 1852,
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just processing that.
1% of the American population left their homes and families in hope of finding gold in California. Most of them were disappointed. Now imagine the 2,779.9 mile walk of shame back to New York. That's how long it is. That's a long walk with no plane.
Yeah. Well, wouldn't be a walk with a plane. It'd be a flight.
Correct.
What do you got? Your plane on a leash?
Yeah.
Just drag
Why don't you fly that plane, man? Doesn't work. We're
Yeah.
dragging it to California. That's where the Wright brothers are. They're going to fix this fucker.
Yeah. The Wright brothers and Orville Redenbacher.
The Wright brothers and the popcorn man. So you'd have to make that walk and then tell your family, despite your $3,000 equivalent pair of boots, you not only failed to strike it rich, but you still owe some guy the equivalent of $2,995 for your pair of boots. It's not shocking that unlucky miners started to get desperate, and desperate people will buy just about anything, like weight loss pills and
Weight loss pills in 1850?
homeopathic remedies for colicky babies.
What the hell is that?
So what?
People started getting
Latin?
desperate. That's what they started buying.
Weight loss pills have been a scam for
Snake
80
oil.
years.
Snake oil
oil.
salesman.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite things. That's another insult you can call someone where it's like, poof, I don't want to be called that.
Snake oil?
Hurts.
Ah, yeah, Liam, he's just a snake oil salesman.
No, I'm not.
Like,
Take it
see?
back. Take it back.
Take it back right now.
Do it.
Honestly, though, I love calling people that.
I've never heard you say that.
I'd never say to you guys, you're not snake oil salesmen.
It's
Yes,
true.
I'm-
We're not.
Yeah.
I think it more than I say it.
Just a phrase you love to think.
I do. That's one of them that I just
Think
store
it
in, the
right up every time.
store in the old brain. Case in point, gold grease, which costs around $200 in today's money. This product not only promised something it absolutely failed to deliver, but did it in the most humiliating way possible. Who gave me the papers to read? Here's how gold grease was used. A miner strips naked. Miner smears gold grease all over himself. Miner rolls downhill. Miner gets to the bottom and looks like C3PO because of all the gold dust stuck onto the gold grease. What?
No
So I
way.
think that's how it's supposed to work, right?
It will
Yeah.
certainly not surprise you to hear that gold grease was a spectacular ripoff that succeeded in making exactly one person rich. Guy who invented it. Somehow he wasn't ridden out of town by his first couple marks. Who is buying that?
That is
Talk about the biggest snake
People
oil
with-
salesman
yeah.
ever.
People with no brain power, like less brain power than any of us.
But I suppose, man, it's kind of like the shake weight. People bought that.
is that like
kinda
proven
makes
to
sense.
work?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. I always thought it was fugazi.
it's got to do something. It's
That did something, too.
No, you grease yourself and then you get covered in dirt. That's not
Like, yeah,
a
that's
shake
got
weight
it.
at
That's
all.
a different level of zero common sense.
Yeah.
But like, what's a product in today's day and age that,
Is like that.
yeah. Flex Seal. I've never had it, but I can't believe it works like it does
It
in
does.
the infomercials.
You drove a boat around.
Dude, it
You put a
does
screen
work.
door in a boat. It works.
It works.
I need to get myself some Flex Seal.
Oh, dude, you have so much fun with it. Try huffing it.
It smells great.
Is it
yeah.
a spray or is it a slapstick?
You
It's
can get it in a
spray.
paint can.
Yeah, you can get like stuff you can
Roll it
brush
on.
on like paint or stuff you can spray.
That seems like another thing like Bluetooth. Like, how the fuck?
It's not a scam.
Dude,
Well,
Bluetooth is
isn't
not a
scam.
fugazi.
No, but it's one of those things. It's like, how
fugazi.
but how does it go from liquid to now it's like I'm
Pressure.
driving a boat.
Pressurized cans.
It dries.
Yeah, and then it dries.
Seems weird to me.
You
It's natural.
how?
Things dry out.
I get that. But I picture it as like stickers.
What? What
Like
do you mean?
Like Flex Seal, like let's say I have a pipe in my house that's pissing water out into the ceiling, right? And I have a Flex Seal sticker that I slap on it like Billy Mays did in the show commercial. Problem solved, problem evaded. It's fixed.
That's the tape. Yeah, the Flex Seal. They got tape too.
Yeah, I'm talking tape.
Yeah, you saw him
It
do
works.
it. If you bought it and it didn't work, then you could say, oh, didn't work.
This guy's fugazi, but they've
Nope, didn't
been
work.
in business for quite some time.
Yeah, they have.
Trying to think. I can't think of
I
any
can't think of
modern
any like
Fugazis.
yeah.
I've been really racking my brain trying to think of some. There's so many like little things that people buy just because. Like, you know,
All the
you know
seen
how
on TV
crazy,
items.
You know how crazy fidget spinners have gotten? There's a fidget something for everything. Just
But
shit like
fidget
that.
spinners are fun. Flex Seal, I guess it's fun to fix your
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah, I mean, you're not really talking about
It's like
Something
comparing-
that
Get what
you
I'm
it's like
buy.
saying, though.
It's like I
it doesn't
bought-
work. Obviously, it works. You know,
It's like I bought a Barbie
Maybe.
today. It's fun to play with.
but it's got to be like something that is made to solve something that just
I would say so.
sucks.
Like I would say, I'm trying to think. Like there's the shower drain company that stops hair from going down the drains.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you don't want to stop it,
I feel like you
The
definitely want
hair
to
down
stop
the
it.
drain? Yeah, you do.
but I don't want to pull hair out of a drain.
Well, you
That's-
don't want to pay a lot of money to have your drains unclogged.
That's why yeah, exactly.
Yeah, maybe that's not a good example.
That's why when girls or guys, I used to do it, when they shower and they wash their hair,
Put shit on the side.
yeah, you put all the hair on the wall.
That's fucking
Then
the
you just
worst
take
thing
it
ever.
off after.
It's literally the worst thing ever.
Why?
So gross.
It's hair.
It's gross.
You have hair on you right now.
I don't make art out of it.
Neither do I.
They're just finger
I'm
painting.
not-
the
They
hair
do.
in the
I'm
shower.
not sitting
I
there
know
in the
they
shower
do.
making the Mona Lisa. I go, oh, my hand's covered in hair. On the wall. And then I keep doing what I'm doing.
I mean, it's a lesser evil out of hair on your shower or hair that's terribly
Clogging your
gross,
drain.
clogged your drain that's been there for 2 years.
I just
horrible.
don't like people that shed hair. I don't think.
Everyone sheds hair. God, what are you talking about?
I don't that much though. Not in the shower.
You probably don't notice it.
You don't think.
I think that I don't shed hair in the shower.
You think a lot of stuff.
I'm
pal.
balding, but like, does it go down the drain?
Yeah,
Why is my drain not clogged?
'Cause you
probably
have
not
no
that
hair.
much, or you don't have very long hair.
Oh, so it's determines the length of your hair.
Maybe,
Yeah.
or how much you put in there. If I just shaved my body at a very short length and threw it in the drain, it would still do the same thing.
A very short length. But if you let it grow out, okay.
Do we have anything else to say about the gold rush?
No, the gold rush is over. That is
We didn't
episode
talk about
4.
that.
That's episode 4, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We see that there's some people leaving some ratings on Spotify and podcasts. So thank you guys very much.
Appreciate
Share
that.
this with a friend. Leave a review and leave
Make
some
fun of
comments.
us.
Yeah, leave some comments. We want to engage with
Yeah.
you guys. It's fun when we get to talk about what you guys are talking about. But that's episode 4. We'll see you guys next week for episode 5. And we're out.